This is a scary story. It's the scariest thing that ever happened to me, and I am going to tell it to you. It happened when I was studying abroad in Japan in 2002. A few friends and I had decided that we wanted to get out of our nerdy ways and try going to a club, see if we might have fun dancing. We headed off to Osaka's Amemura, America Town, in search of such an opportunity. We walked through the reproduction of America as seen through a Japanese sensibility, marveling at sight after sight. Eventually, though, sunset came and went, and we had yet to find a club. 4 of us, sore of feet and dispirited, decided to call it a night, leaving a few intrepid souls to their search. The walk back was a somber one, us hunched under umbrellas to shield from a sudden drizzle. Suddenly, I realized that the 2 behind me had stopped. I looked back, confused as to what had happened, and saw they were looking across the street. I don't have a photo of what happened next, so please bear with me. Across the street, there was a store. The front shuttered for the night. They'd left out their bags of garbage, some kind of mannequin, crumpled up and sitting in the pile, limbs akimbo. Then it moved. It looked up at us, a blank, dead stare. It shifted. 2 arms curled around its curled up legs, and 1 more arm fell forward from behind its back. Hand, wrist, arm, draped carelessly over its shoulder. In this moment, I knew I was dead. It was not the first thing reminiscent of a horror movie that had happened to us abroad. We'd survived the dark tunnels of Torii of Fushimi Inari. We'd survived being hassled for money in the middle of a river in Bangkok. We'd survived a wax museum. We'd survived other mysterious mannequins. But faced with this pile of limbs and white, and my mind unable to understand, I knew that we had only seconds before it would rush us from across the street, or an axe murderer would jump out from behind us, or any of the million terrible ends that come to those so hapless as to venture into a dark alley on a quiet, gloomy night. I don't remember if we said anything, but I do remember the shared look of panic as all 4 of us rushed away down the street past the now visible clubs to the train station. Finally, there, in the hub of people, we finally caught our breath. We had dodged certain death. Nonetheless, some of us slept with the lights on that night, and at least 1 more night after that. Later, in breathless retellings, we dubbed the creature 3-armed Shiroi Mono, or the 3-armed white thing. Had it been just a decorated clubber, decked in white, sitting, for some reason, in a pile of garbage? Had we overreacted to this brush with death? To this day, I have no answer, but this experience remains the sole point of absolute, morbid panic in my life. And the others? The intrepid souls who made it to a club as we'd initially sought? They described their own strange series of events that evening, but they also said they wished they'd been there.